Hey, um, I'm Jumbo Jim Entertainment or whatever I should be calling this channel. And this is actually my first video to review of Silent Hill, the HD collection. And I plan to release this on the 20th of March because 10 years ago, the HD collection came out, but to everyone's horror, it was glitchy and everyone hated it. And it actually deterred me from getting the collection at first. Now, for context, I actually finished the PS2 versions of Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3 back in the day. I also finished Silent Hill 1. Those were my favorite games. And I actually played Silent Hill 1, then 3, then 2. Strange order, but it kind of makes sense when you know the story. These games are classic. They have such good psychological themes, and trying to research them that it makes you question everything. And one thing I like about horror games is that they make you appreciate life. When your fear of death happens, you learn to realize what's important in your life. And Silent Hill, all three games, challenge that perspective. And now I need to play Silent Hill 4 and other ones in the future. But if you guys like this, I'll make even more videos. I also plan to make more story-based videos. So if you guys keep watching, I'll be more motivated to watch this. I mean, make the videos. And I am an amateur right now, so I will probably do very little editing when I'm recording this. But I did plan this out, which I've written on my notes here, so that I'm somewhat organized here, because my friends told me this. So what's my review? I said I actually played this, so I'm going to start sharing the screen on my channel right now. So let's see, share screen. Okay, so if you look at this, I actually played a lot here. I said like 7 hours. That Silent Hill 3 alone, because turns out God is very, very hard. I gave up the next day and played for 2 hours, saying I hate it. Now, apparently, there's supposed to be a glitch to be able to kill him easily. After looking at YouTube videos and guides, it didn't seem to work. It might have been because of the PC version and the PS2 version. It works on that, and somehow the HG collection actually fixed it. I don't know, or maybe I did the glitch wrong. However, if you think about it, me finishing it the proper way without glitch was actually good training. Now, I did play it almost 10 years later, and I actually noticed that Silent Hill 3 had a bit of slowdown. You can watch my streams when it just went laggy for number 3. Number 2 was perfectly fine till I actually had this one glitch. So I'll show you guys this one here. So this one I felt like. So yeah, I was running through this hall. And so you probably noticed here, Silent Hill 2 kind of relies you on having lots of maps to know where you're going. That's a problem I didn't have with the Resident Evil games. I kind of memorized this because the locations or doors look for, more unique where the room layout is. And I probably should have planned this early to say this, but yeah. So yeah, this glitch, I'm not sure it was actually a common glitch. But look at this. It actually almost made me want to quit the game because I didn't save for a while. And I probably should have went up the stairs here. But yeah, this game can be finished under 3 hours. But yeah, this review is like looking into this here. I can say the game design is a bit awkward. I find like you have to go to a pod, you have to go to an apartment, then you find out you have to go to a hotel. But then it turns out to go to the hotel, you have to go through a hospital to look for a girl, then go to a labyrinth history, then a prison to get to the hotel, and that's where the game ends. But yeah, here's the actual glitch. So for those who are not paying attention, like I was like shocked about this. Like, what the heck's going on? Like I thought the light was off. There's nothing here. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, I was like glitching on this for a while here, so I'm not sure how much it was my fault here. So yeah, that's why I was like, and then I like walk off the map. I was hoping maybe I could find a shortcut to the end, but then after a while I gave up, rebooted the map, and just went on. What this is a bad thing, but it shouldn't be in the final version, but is it that game breaking? Not so much. So I'm not gonna think the game is not worth it. Take this. I mean, it will reduce the score from 9 to 8 or something, like even 1 point. That is kind of stuff here. Frustrating. And I know some people also complain about the voice acting and the fog stuff, like the experience. Look, the fog did kind of wreck some parts of it, but to clear the monster in, but come on. You knew it was going to be a monster the first time you play through. If you even play Silent Hill 1 or a horror game, you're not going to expect that to be human. Like, there's a lot of mind stuff here, but like I say, I was still scared at some actual legit stuff here. And one other thing that people do complain about is the voice acting. Now, I just did 2 playthroughs of Silent Hill 2 recently. I was planning to finish it before I give my final review, but I'm guessing it's a bit too late. So I decided to just do 2 scenes that I kind of personally like, compare right now, and see, does that really affect my opinion on things? Let's go then. Let's test this out. So this is my hospital playthrough. This is where Eddie goes crazy. You can see him do this. So let's see how the voice acting is from the original to the end here.
Person ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head. You killed him? It wasn't my fault. He made me do it. Calm down, Eddie. Tell me what happened. The guy. That cup. What? Came out. Guys, he was making fun of me with his eyes. Like that other one. Just for that, you killed him? What do you mean, just for that? Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you. Yeah? Why not? Now I always let people walk all over me. Like that stupid dog. What? He had it coming too. Eddie. I was just joking, James. That's when I got here. Honest. Anyway, I gotta run.
Okay, let's see, compare that. That's the original voice acting. Now let's compare that to the new one. So yeah, I timed it a bit better here because it's near the end of my stream. Let's see here. Watching myself twice looks weird, huh?
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head. You killed him. But it wasn't my fault. He made me do it. Calm down, Eddie. Just tell me what happened. That guy, he had it coming. I didn't do anything. He just came after me. Besides, he was making fun of me with his eyes, like that other one. Just for that, you killed him? What do you mean, just for that? Eddie, you just killed someone because the way they looked at you. Oh, yeah? Why not? Till now, I always let people walk all over me. It's just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too, Eddie. I was just joking, James. He was dead when I got here, honest. But I gotta run. You're going out there alone? Yeah. Eddie.
Okay, I actually like the new voice acting. Also, yes, the screen on the top left was, I realized people go behind me. I really need to invest in better technology, but straight honesty, I actually think that in this scene, the voice acting was actually better because Eddie actually looked like the person that snapped. The previous one sounded like he was completely crazy and a bit of a clown beforehand. So yeah, in this one case, but let's try 2 more scenes. I want to do Silent Hill 3 as well. But yeah, let's just do this one. This is the original one from Maria. I just always find this creepy. I want to see if I actually notice the difference because I said playing one by step was actually a good experience. I enjoyed both playthroughs. My brain needs a comparison to see it's going in.
Not at all silly.
Maria? That thing stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me? What do you
He chased us to the elevator. And then
What are you talking about?
just before. Don't you remember?
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
Hmm.
And not your Mary.
So, you're Maria?
I am. If you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
Okay, let's just see. I said that's creepy and disturbing, and that's one of the scenes why I find that. Let's see how it affects this the original one. Let's see if the year one, the differences. Now that I can see it side by side after another. I started a bit, you know. I said,
You're alive? Maria, I thought that they killed you. Are you hurt bad?
Not at all, silly.
Stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator and then
James, what are you talking about?
just before. Don't you remember?
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel? You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
What do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
I'm not your Mary.
So, you're Maria.
I am, if you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
okay, I said maybe I'll get bashed or be blamed for this, but yeah, I actually think this is better. It's a bit more subtle. She actually rotates from being a general Mary to be doing seductive. The first one I feel like was like outright seductive in the first place. That's too blatantly obvious. This one I feel more confused. Now I don't think about James. I can't really feel any differences at all. But wow, that was a good scene. Either way, but I think I don't blame you for anyone liking one or the other. The first one is a bit more unique, but wow. And since Silent Hill 3 didn't have the original voice acting, which is disappointing, I decided to have a quick look at one scene that I kind of really like as well. It's about, one commentary, so the video of this guy. So let's see how the PS2 version could call because I actually haven't seen this for a long time since I finished it a long time as a kid. Let's see how it goes here.
It was Vincent, wasn't it? He let you hear. When he ceases meddling. But it's just as well. Here also serves my purposes. Checkmate. Not yet. The time is not yet at hand. The time when all will be forgiven their sins. When the paradise we have long dreamed for will arrive. After the judgment, the atonement, the eternity of bliss. Alas, the world you wanted is nearly here.
That's not what I want.
Not you. Alessa, your true self.
But I am Alessa. My little Claudia, my dear sweet sister.
Alessa. To you.
I don't need another world. It's fine the way it is.
But you said it yourself. The world must first be cleansed with fire.
But that's not what I want now.
Yes. Do you want happiness? Have you become blind to all the hopeless suffering in the world? We all need God's salvation.
Listen, suffering is a fact of life. Either you learn how to deal with that or you'll go under. You can stay in your own little dream world, but you can't keep hurting other people. Besides, I'll never forgive you for hurting my father.
Salvation of mankind. But for that to happen, the world must first be remade. And for that, we need God.
You self-righteous witch! No one asked you to help!
It's growing within you. You despise me, don't you?
You're damn right I do!
That's good.
Okay. So yeah, that's from that playthrough. Thank you for the stream for this. By the way, this is not any particular god and be accurate. So please don't guys take this as offense to this religion. So yeah, I said that's actually pretty good. Yeah, let's see. That's why I see. Just love the manipulation and the voicing. I said I didn't realize heavy sound like that. It's different from what I remember recently, but maybe I'll just check right now how it feels here. Do you see me watching playing? So this is real? Yeah. So yeah, it's real.
How did you get here? It was Vincent, wasn't it? He led you here. When will he cease his meddling? That's just as well. Luring you here also serves my purposes.
Checkmate.
Not yet. The time is not yet at hand. The time when all will be forgiven their sins. When the paradise we have long dreamed for will arrive. After the judgment and atonement, an eternity of bliss. Oh, Alessa, the world you wanted is nearly here.
That's not what I want.
Not you. Alessa, your true self.
But I am Alessa. My little Claudia, my dear sweet sister.
Alessa, is it you? Oh, how I've missed you.
I don't need another world.
It's fine the way it is. But you said it yourself. The world must first be cleansed with fire. But that's not what I want now. Alessa, don't you want happiness? Have you become blind to all the hopeless suffering in the world? We all need God's salvation.
Listen, suffering is a fact of life. Either you learn to deal with that, or you go under. If you can stay in your own little dream world, but you can't keep hurting people. Besides, I will never forgive you for hurting my father.
I wish only for the salvation of mankind. But for that to happen, the world must first be remade. And for that, we need God.
You self-righteous witch! No one asked you to help!
God is growing within you. You despise me, don't you?
You're damn right I do!
That's good.
Wow, this one's actually really interesting now because I feel like the PS2 version, it sounds more legit like a teenager girl, but this one sounds like a woman, but it both serves the purposes in different ways. But in a way, though, the woman sounds voice like the one in the HD edition sounds more like it was actually a lesser being possessed. The first one, like, who would believe that you're pretending to be Alyssa? So that's actually a good scene. But I said I love the delivery, and regardless of which version, I do find that you enjoy this. So I think the voice acting thing was actually cool, a decent thing to do, to even try it. And not to mention now that the memory of my PS2 days and that, like seeing what the video looks and that, the graphics upgrade was actually pretty decent. I said the lag was bad, and if you come from the Milky Solid HD edition, which I'll give a 9 out of 10 out of 10 in terms of mastery, that was good. So yeah, the voice acting is like this. But one thing about the game, I said, like, should you get this? Well, it said that original versions might be better, like some voice acting and stuff, but they do cost lots of money. Also, the original PS2 version does not include the Born from the Wish, which I still haven't actually played. But has the gameplay aged or anything as well? That's one thing you might want to consider. But I said, if you're a person that's used to modern day gaming controls, you might not be used to this. Especially that Resident Evil was actually, even the tank controls were a bit easy to get to because you didn't get lost so much. But hey, not to mention, I didn't realize till the end that you can strafe, like the methods, because I worked that out later. You will see that on my streams. But the horror and story is still classical. Like sometimes I was scared with Pyramid Head and Heather. I think maybe I should just, I said, like, I just felt proud of what I actually managed to get done here. I said, and I felt happy in the end. And I actually haven't planned this, but yeah. And see, like saying like the thing, I didn't actually feel so happy finishing the game after doing this hard mode. And maybe, like I said, fixing the glitch made me that, but I actually just felt so happy finishing this thing. So yeah, just imagine this. Also, does anyone know what FYN, FYI on my streams here? I didn't realize people actually look at my YouTube one here. But yeah, this one's a bit odd. But yeah. Like I said, I actually feel happy playing this part here. I guess my review is the game of this. There's a lot of good elements here. In the end, it's only afraid the original trilogy. I said I might play the room one day. Not the timing my lose thing, but just to really get that. I said with 1 HP and barely HP, it's a good accomplishment to feel. I said I'm doing this. I said, wow, that's what I sound like. Jeez. And I guess I'll edit a bit like that. There's a bit of frustration with the glitches and stuff. But guys, try this game if you're actually into horror and interested in deep thought about living and themes here. Like, or what happens if things are in your head and questioning dark themes of such abuse and being repressed. And yeah, I said, I think you should try this game, and I'll be finishing my stream later and I'll be making more story things. Wow, my left face looks a bit weird here. But yeah, I hope one day you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, gameplay wise, it's a bit dated. And not to mention, you might play Silent Hill 2 about what open world used to seem that day. It was so dated, just running around. It was just frustrating and trying to be non-linear does not necessarily mean fun. You have to make it like that. And modern games have updated that. So I appreciate that upgrade. And I will play more Silent Hills a bit more and then probably move on to the next game, but I'll be making more videos. I'll probably play Jack 2 or Metal Gear Solid 3. Let me know what you want after that. But yeah, thank you guys. And yeah, I'm so stuck, addicted to you, the body aches now that you're gone. That's what it feels like when I go finish this. But I do have to play other games eventually. But yeah, I'll be making more videos and thoughts I had on the stories as well, and like theories, and I do some research. Okay, see you guys. I don't know how to end this. Well, that was not a good ending, but no editing here. One shot, one thing.